or that high hopes for his developing into something of which all of Austria can be proud. He has chosen to use the modern singspiel style of production for his presentation, and so he will be treated to speaking as well as singing by his company. While this more unorthodox mode of performance is generally reserved for the lower classes, I believe that in these troubled times it is probably best we unbend a little and be seen to share in some of the more simple pleasures of our less fortunate brothers and sisters. However, let us now enjoy Herr Mozart's Impressario.
No, madame, that was in Act 3.
My public will not suffer me to appear in your opera in the character of a murderess.
But the murder is most justifiable. You see, he did try to smother you in Act 2.
'Tis impossible. There would be a riot.
Madame, your public would be ravished however you appear.
Oh, you think so?
Positively, madame.
Mr. Cash, I see you are a man of discernment.
Then allow me to persuade you. You see, madame, I have managed to engage the opera house for the entire summer.
Now, Mr. Cash, would you have me playing tragedies in warm weather and high sentiments in the dog days?
Madame, my operas are the vogue at any season, even if I do flatter myself.
You do indeed, sir.
But with you, madame, the singer of the century, La Hartmut, the prima donna assoluta of 7 continents.
Pray, let us continue our reading.
At once, madame. In Act 3, your lover dies, and you stab your sister with a hatpin. Then, in remorse, you take the veil.
Ridiculous! I will not appear in the costume of a nun. Most unbecoming. No, sir, I will not take the veil.
But the veil, madame, has already been ordered from Paris. Charmeuse marblé, in the fashionable shade known as false dawn. Why, it is the very extreme of elegance.
You may proceed.
At once, madame. The opera is finely wrought, yet happily conceived, full of character, incident, and interest. And then the title, madame.
The suicide?
Or Life Well Lost. Now, do you not feel tempted to adorn the part of Dorabella?
Let me see the contract.
At once, madame, you will not regret it, I assure you. Yes, but do first of all have a look at this aria, for you will sing it with the most persuasive tenderness. Here is the situation. In Act 4, you are in love with Damon the shepherd.
I understood he was a brigadier general.
Oh, no, madame, you strangled the brigadier in Act 3.
So I did.
Now, Damon dies of a broken heart for love of you.
That's well. I dote upon love deaths.
'Tis the old story, madame, sighs, sympathies, and so forth. You, madame, appear upon an eminence of the stage.
And do I run mad? I insist upon running mad.
But of course, madame. Enter Dorabella, distracted, in rags.
Rags, Mr. Cash? No heart-melting rags.
But the rags are made of rose velour, trimmed with swan's down.
Now, no, Mr. Cash, and more and the waist.
But of course, madame.
Well, then, the song.
Oh, at once, madame.
You must indulge me with the script.
With pleasure, madame. Now, there lies the corpse of Damon on a mossy bank. The sun is setting in the wings. The chapel bells are tolling.
I adore bells.
Oh, wait, madame, and I shall read the lines. A lover cannot fall more glorious than in the cause of love. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh,
that voice, and Orpheus instructed you.
Oh, Mr. Cash, I learnt my singing from the birds.
Then 'tis the very delirium of passion. Now Dorabella dies on the corpse of David. The lines, madame, the lines.
I'm at the end of all my care. Here I will die with him.
Before you die, ma'am, I have some business to discuss with Mr. Cash.
Who is this person by all that's ugly?
Mademoiselle Warblewell, I am heartily glad to see you, madame. You look charmingly. But you are 2 hours late.
Sure you did not expect me to be punctual. I am a prima donna, sir. I narrowly escaped death, I assure you. The dear Duke of Ditwichstein saw me as my coat turned in the Mickhouse-Platz. Gads through the larynxes, he cries, 'tis the Warblewell. In a moment, the crowd was upon me. They shouted, they screamed, they kissed my hands. I was obliged to sing them the cavatina from Love in a Harem. Hi-ho, fame is a hard road to travel. But I do love my public. Mwah, mwah. The darlings. Now, Mr. Cash, I am ready to begin the rehearsal.
Oh, at once, madame.
What rehearsal, may I ask?
Of the new opera, The Suicide.
Or Life Well Lost?
You take the words from my mouth, ma'am.
Mr. Cash, I will be calm, but I can see plainly this is a plot to insult me. You have engaged this conceited mongrel to play my part.
No, no, Madame Hartmelt. Restrain the severity of that frown. Mademoiselle Warblewell plays quite another part altogether. Do but look further. Act 3, Scene 4.
Enter Lucinda in boy's clothes.
The Warblewell always enters in boys' clothes. My legs are the despair of Europe.
Indeed. Is that why the nations agree so badly?
Now, Mr. Cash, we will take my great scene from Act 4, where Lucinda is abducted by the Emperor of Morocco. Kneel. There.
I'm amputated.
Did you ever hear anything so exquisite?
Never, Mr. Cash. The donkey in the dell is nothing to it.
With two such voices in my opera, its success and my fortune are guaranteed.
Two voices?
Mr. Cash, you are ignorant and scurrilous and very impertinent. Mr. Cash, I have a strange mind to leave you to yourself, and then see what a hand you would make of it.
Do leave him, ma'am. He has engaged me.
Ladies, two empresses of song in one opera. Madame Hartmann. Oh, silent despair, a mixture of fire and softness. And the warm well, why Momus presided at her birth, her wild, fantastic humor.
I have listened tamely. You cannot have the assurance to imagine that I would appear with that.
You are right, ma'am. No one would notice you if you did.
The pouting puppet. She begs for flattery like a nest of unfledged crows for food, and with them gulps down everything that's offered her.
Flattery? Do but read the newspaper critiques upon our wall. Well,
I would not stoop to read the daily print. I sing, Mr. Cash, but she barks like her own lapdog.
Oh, my poor little zombie.
Yes, 'twas a thousand pities he died in a fit of hydrophobia the moment he heard her sing.
You have no more expression than a toasted muffin.
A toasted pig nest. I have a sweet but thrilling voice of even tone and ravishing quality.
Yes, if you call the roofing comfortable.
I am the breathing on here. I am the breathing on here. Eating food with toil of food. I'm breakfast food. I am the very good. It's so tall. It's nothing voice so much.
Why must you be
I just breathe it
Just consider these two parts. Dorabella and Lucinda.
I am the prima donna.
I am, I tell you.
Yeah! Not once, yes, ladies, please, I beg you. If you will just consider my proposition.
I won't listen.
A fig for your proposition.
Pray let me entreat you be calm and
Calm?
Why, sir, have you the assurance to say that I am not calm?
Was there anything so provoking?
Not calm, indeed. I could cry with vexation.
Now, do not use this occasion as a mere vehicle for prejudice or invective. If you would just appear together.
I'll die first.
On hearing my applause.
Ladies, please, let me persuade you to make a nice discriminating judgment. You see, you are both missing an opportunity for making history.
How, Mr. Cash?
Why, never before have two such prima donnas appeared on the same stage together.
And never will.
Precisely, God forbid. Why, you would go down to posterity emblazoned with every virtue, assured of the love and reverence of generations. The two prima donnas who sank all of their differences for the love of their art.
My sentiment and my live.
And mine, Madame Heartmelt, I'll do it.
My dear Wobblewell.
Mwah! You sing like an angel. Mwah!
I dote on your top teeth.
Where's the contract?
Right here, allow me.
Remember, Mr. Cash, my name must appear first upon the playlist.
Oh, Madame Heartmelt, you may depend upon it.
Mr. Cash, I insist that my name be placed first in the announcement.
Mademoiselle Wobblewell, that is understood.
Oh,
This evening gives me great heart for the future of our local musicians. I mean, perhaps both styles can find favor. Perhaps the Italian can coexist with the German somehow, and along with the French. Even the English speakers may manage to create their own opera one day, though that may be a little far-fetched. Tonight has been a golden night for me. Great rivals have performed together. May the nations and their people learn to do likewise. No matter what happens, we have spent this time in peace with one another. For that, I thank you. It was a wonderful night. It was a wonderful night. Whether I did right in exposing that young man to such scrutiny alongside an established composer like Salieri, not sure. Hope I have not damaged his career. I only wanted us to be proud of what we have and what we are. Many of my advisors tell me it did not fare well for him. Only time can tell. History may judge us all differently. Who knows? History. History is a cruel mistress. The history of music, one of the most capricious. I do hope my few words of explanation have been of benefit this evening. Sometimes I felt I'm not quite being myself, but no matter. May great art continue to thrive, and may we all enjoy the words and music in great harmony, and may all great artists continue to work together for the enjoyment of all, and thank you and good night.